Hello, good evening. I want to share with you why it's important not to forget to do this as you're prepping for your holiday sales. And that thing to not forget to do is write down your processes. Please, for my sake, for your sake, really for your sake, please. So, why it's important to write down your processes. So I had a call with a new client today and we were diving into 2025, planning, getting all organized, what do her offers look like? What does her marketing look like? What do her launch periods look like? Getting all that fun and sorted out. And then we were talking about, what's finishing remaining here for 2024. And she talked about how she wants to do an offer that she normally does every year. I was like, cool, great. Tell me the offer and where do you have this written down? So I was like, you do this every year, so great. What are the steps? What did you do last year? She's like, no, it's all up in here. And I breathe like this because my heart hurts for you and all of you that have all of this stored up in here, and the stress and the lack of creativity and the anxiety and the overwhelm and all the things that are happening because you're storing everything in your brain and you're not getting it out. And this is killing your brain. This is killing your creativity. It's adding stress, and it's really taking away from your energy and your time that you could be putting in other places in your business. And when you go to delegate this task to somebody else, they need you because they're not in your brain. They don't know what you're saying. They don't know what you're doing. So this is why it's so important to write those processes down. So one of the things I talked about with her was, and for all of you, I feel like, again, this is really important to share, and that's why I'm doing this live, is anytime you're going to do whatever it is, but right now we're focusing on sales. So anytime you're going to go do a holiday promo, sale, offer, write it down and store it somewhere. Google Drive, Asana, ClickUp. I don't care where you store it. I have my preferences, but honestly, the key thing here that's important is store it somewhere. Have it stored. So that way you have it to go back to for future reference. And also it's allowing your brain and your body to relax. Because what happens is you write stuff down and then you're like, oh, did I forget it? Guess what? It's written down. So you can go back and you can look. You can also tweak the process. You can also add things, take things away. You know you're not missing a step because you've written the process down of all the things that need to get done for this to get out there. Really important to have it written down and stored somewhere. The next thing is it frees up space. This client was feeling like she wasn't being able to have fun and be creative and play and enjoy in her business because everything's in her head, and she's so stressed to get everything done because she doesn't remember all the steps that need to get done. So again, when you have it written down and stored in a place, it allows you to have fun and be lit up and serve people and do what you love to do in your business. It reduces your stress level. After we talked it through and we started to work on her process and start to plan stuff out, I could just see the energy. She could breathe again. You're able to okay, you know what? I'm building this bigger in my head than what it is because I'm storing so much in my head, because you're not just storing this process in your head. You're storing everything else in there as well too. So you're able to reduce your stress level. It allows you time to market. So you don't have to worry about what's the next thing you need to do, because again, you can focus on marketing it as well as serving your clients and getting excited. You're that's the joy of being an entrepreneur. You're oh, I get to do this idea or that idea, and this is so fun. And when everything's in your head, you're you don't get to do that. So it also allows you to track. And this is also important because through our conversation, I said, what are the steps? Did you track anything? So not only did she not have the steps, she also hadn't tracked anything, which if you ever want to tweak anything or know what works or what doesn't work, you're not able to do that because you didn't see what you did before, which is fine. But going forward, guys, let's start to track stuff. So then you can see the amount of time and effort and energy that you're putting in, because what happens is you're I have this idea, I'm going to put this offer out. You haven't written down the processes for it, and you haven't tracked it. So then the next time you go to do it, you're going just based off memory, which maybe in your mind, you're oh God, I I don't think I did really well in this offer, so I don't know if I actually want to do it again. When really, if you had it tracked, you probably actually killed it with that offer, but you're going based on like a feeling, not actual tangible evidence and like facts. Or it could be the flip side. You think you did really well and you're like, oh, this product sold and this product sold. But then when you actually go back and track, you're like, oh, actually, I didn't sell as much as I thought I was going to. So maybe I'm going to tweak which product or which service I'm going to put in this offer. Again, once you have the data, you can make those decisions. And so that's why tracking is so important too. So I just want to give you a couple examples of processes to write down. So say, for example, you're going to do a 5-day challenge. One, write out what the challenge is. What are you doing each day? What is the outcome and the transformation that's going to happen for the people from where they were when they started to where they are when they finish the challenge? That also helps with your marketing and clarity in your messaging. What are the emails that you're going to send out? Do you have the sign up page, the social media posts? Are you creating a group for it? Is it going in Telegram, Boxer, Facebook, Circle? Like, where's all this being housed? So that's, again, just a couple ideas of things that you could be writing out for a 5-day challenge. And maybe you're doing, sorry, I need a drink here. Okay, I'm back. Maybe you're doing like the 12 days of Christmas or something like that. And so maybe each day you're going to do like a different product or a different offering. So one, if you're doing products, what's the sale code for it? Is it set up on your website? Some websites can actually like allow you to drop it like for a later date. So maybe you can go ahead and do all that ahead of time right now. So you're not having to like scramble each day to do it. And then what are the posts that need to go out, the emails that go out to your community? So again, just a couple of process examples. So you've got those steps written out. So then now when it comes time, you're like, perfect, I can work ahead of schedule. And then when it comes time to actually like put the offer, you're like, I just need to market it and sell it and have fun and serve the people that are buying it. So really important, write down your processes so you can have more fun, more capacity in your brain, and it allows you to have a lower stress level and more time for the things in your business that you enjoy to do. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask, but I really hope that this allows you to, as you're getting creative and coming up with ideas, write it down. Please and thank you. Bye for now.